Hey, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to comment and subscribe. And if you want to know when the next video is going to drop, slap that notification bell. All right, the New York Knicks came out and did their thing. This is what I don't understand about this team. We come out, we play. Actually, we played a pretty good game against the Hawks until we let Trade do what Trade do. I blame that on the coach because I think McBride should have been out there or Grimes should have been holding Trey. He shouldn't have had Burks or Quickly or Evan Fournier trying to guard that man. I think McBride or Grimes would have been the perfect choice to have guard Trey the other night. But that's over. That's over. We're on to new things, better things. There's 9 games left. Mathematically, we're not out of it just yet. We're not out of the playoffs just yet. Well, excuse me, the play-in. The Knicks came out tonight moving the ball just like they did the other night, but the difference was they kept moving the ball. I mean, they had a spell where Evan Fournier tried to get in the act, but he didn't. R.J. Barrett and Alec Burks tried to do that one-on-one basketball thing. Hornets made a run. He started catching up. But I'm going to take you through the game one slowly. This was a good game. I'm not going to honest you. This was a good game for the New York Knicks. It's a game that remind me of the Disney series called What If. What if the Knicks would have won all them close games that we lost? What if we would have won all them games that we came out and took a big lead and only to slip away? What if? You know what I'm saying? What if? All right. The Hornets, they came in this game on a 5-game winning streak. What can I say about the Hornets? You know, they got LaMelo Ball. Excuse me for a second. They have LaMelo Ball. My man Gordon was sitting out. Bridges. I like Bridges. At one point, I thought the Knicks should have drafted Bridges. They have some real good players, but they don't have a go-to guy down the stretch. They have a collective guys like good role players. You know, guys that used to be stars like Isaiah Thomas. And, I mean, this was a good game for the New York Knicks. I mean, I thought the Knicks was going to lose. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually bet against them tonight, which always happened. I think that's what I should have did throughout the season. Every time I bet, I should have bet against the Knicks, and the Knicks probably would have won the game. Like I said, the Knicks played a real good game. In the first quarter, they scored 40 points. It's not like they didn't do it before, but it was unexpected, especially the way they played last night, or the ending of that game last night. Second game without Julius Randle. Mitchell Robinson was a late scratch due to he had to tweak his back in the last night game. I mean, the Knicks usually don't do well in back-to-back games, but if you think about it, the Knicks usually win that first game and then come out and lose that second game. Well, tonight it was the totally opposite. We lost that first game, and then we won our second game. In the second quarter, this is why McBride. Like, we keep talking about we don't have a point guard, and the reason we say that because Tibbs don't let these young guys, or even a veteran like Osakano get in as a point guard and play the point. He continues to play Burks out of position at the point guard. Sometimes I don't mind when R.J. Barrett is playing point guard. That's when he's in point guard mode. If he's into I'm getting my basket, my points, it kind of throws the Knicks off. But tonight, R.J. Barrett went for his second. Well, not second, but I think this is the 4th time this year he scored 30 points back to back. Matter of fact, I think this is his 4th 30-point game. I don't want to say it, but I know he has scored a back-to-back 30-point game sometime in January. Right after the All-Star break, he got hot. R.J. Barrett, like I said, right now, it's hard to tell with R.J. Barrett. The man has potential. The man has star ability, but we don't know if he can be a number 1 offense on a team. He's too inconsistent. And I'm hoping that that'll work out because this is only his 3rd year. And people fail to realize that, you know, guys, R.J. Barrett is only 21 years old. Let's just be realistic. He's still a young player. He didn't get into his prime yet, mentally or physically. Physically, he's he's a prime. He's in his prime, growing his prime. He's a young man. His body is getting stronger. But mentally, he's not in his prime. We get around 25, 23, 24, 25. You start understanding the game a little better. Things start slowing down for you. And it's going to take time. So the Knicks should not get rid of R.J. Barrett. Remember, LeBron James was a spectacular player. And he came out and he did things, but it didn't just. But the type of player he was, it was fun to watch. He had the ball in his hand. I'm a LeBron James fan. Individual player, I'm a LeBron James fan. When it comes to teams, you already know. You see what I'm rocking. You see what channel you on. All right. Like I said, let me get back. I just totally got off McBride. McBride in the point guard situation, I think McBride came in, or Tibbs played McBride at point guard more, and Ryan Osakano, the Knicks would have been better off in the first 6 games before we played now. McBride came in with 10 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Real quick, he had 6 points. He only played 6 minutes in the first half. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and shot 2 for 4, hitting both his 3-pointers. He finished the game with 9 points. And like I said, he only played 6 minutes, but for the whole game, McBride only played 10 minutes for the whole game. He finished the game with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no steals, 0 blocks, no turnovers. He made 3 out of 4 field goals. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, in my video earlier today, or yesterday, whatever it was, I said that I don't really go on other people's channels because I don't like to be influenced. I don't mean I get influenced, but, sometimes someone says something, it gets stuck in your brain, you kind of regurgitate it. But the real reason I don't like to go watch other people's channels, because if I disagree with one of their opinions, and I'm on my channel and I start talking about how I disagree, it's not really fair, because I'm not giving that person a chance to debate me or, talk about his point of views and why he feel the way that he feel. So that's one of the reasons why I really don't go watch other people's podcasts. But I'm not going to lie, I enjoy watching certain podcasts about the Knicks because they are very informative. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of inspired me to start my channel. Okay, where was I? The Knicks took a 20-point lead, and the Hornets cut it down to 14, but the Knicks went back on a run. They took the lead back up to 20 points, only to end the half with a 13-point lead. And it got interesting after that because the Knicks and the Hornets came out. They was traded baskets early on in the third quarter. Like I said, this game was unexpected. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I didn't think the Knicks was going to win this game. Collectively, the whole team had a good game. To be honest with you, all 5 starters scored in double digits. Jericho Sims, he played 25 minutes. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He had no steals, no blocks, 4 personal fouls, 1 turnover, and 3 defensive rebounds. And he made all his field goals. He went 5 for 5. R.J. Barrett, like I said, he dropped another 30 points. He played 37 minutes. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, 2 turnovers. He had 3 defensive rebounds. He shot 10 from 19 from the field. Obi Toppin had you see, Randall is kind of stopping Obi Toppin development, because Obi Toppin had 18 points. He had 11 rebounds, double-double, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He didn't have any turnovers. He grabbed 8 rebounds, 3 of them coming on the offensive end. What can I say? Obi Toppin had a real good game. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, he shot 8 from 11 from the field. He had some spectacular dunks, passes, saves. He jumped and saved the ball, and which Evan Fournier hit a 3. When Obi Toppin's on the floor, the team is so more energetic than when Randall's out there. I know we paid Randall a lot of money, but we drafted Obi Toppin, I think around 9th, and a lot of people had high hopes for Obi Toppin. I know I did. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing the start of something beautiful. That's when Kevin Knox was on the team. I was just thinking, we got these young guys, maybe Kevin Knox will have a better year, but it didn't turn out that way. Kevin Knox was on the Hawks, which is strange. I thought Nate McMillan would at least put Kevin Knox in the game. I kind of turned the game off in the last 3 minutes. I was disgusted with the Knicks, so maybe Kevin Knox had got some garbage time. I didn't even check the stats to see if Kevin Knox played, but that video was made already, and we're on to something new, bigger and better things. Hopefully, like I said in my last video, I want the Knicks to get on some type of win streak. It's getting close. You know what I'm saying? The season's almost over. You know what I'm saying? I can see everybody from New York Knicks fan base channels on YouTube starting to go to them draft videos. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep y'all informed, and we got to keep y'all entertained. Like I said, the Hornets was on a 5-game winning streak. They came into this game expecting an easy victory, but they got stung by the New York Knicks. Like I said, they made their move in the third quarter, but the Knicks, for once, in the fourth quarter, the Knicks played defense with their feet and not their hands. You heard them sneakers squirreling. They was getting to their man. They was getting to the positions that they're supposed to be. I mean, I still don't like Tibbs' defensive schemes because they call for double teaming when there's no need for double teaming. And this is why they was getting caught out and caught out of positions. This is why they get caught out of position so many times while playing defense, because that style ice call for 2 to 3 players just to stop one penetrating player. If the man with the ball is coming, you're going to take 2 players to go cut the baseline off while the point guard is forcing you to the baseline. That makes no sense. It leaves 3 other players open on 2 other defenders. I don't like Tibbs' defensive scheme. That's all I have to say. And he's limited on his offensive sets. But tonight, the Knicks came out and they played. And what was the difference? I would like to see Mitchell Robinson play, because I know Mitchell Robinson would have had a monster game, because let's face it, the Charlotte Hornets didn't have the size to compete with the New York Knicks down in the paint. Hold on for us. I wrote something down because I didn't want to forget this stat, because it kind of upset me when I was watching the game. Let me throw this to the side for a second. Excuse me for a minute. Yeah, it was like 3 minutes and 46 seconds in the fourth quarter. Actually, it was like 5 minutes. Really, the Hornets was in foul trouble, and the Knicks kept taking threes. They should have been pushing the ball in the paint, trying to get the foul calls. But when they started to do that, it was like 2 minutes and change left in the game. Yo, honestly, if y'all go back and watch the replays, the refs stopped calling fouls on the Charlotte Hornets. They was beasting R.J. Barrett and no foul call. They was beasting the New York Knicks, period. In the last 2 minutes and some change, the referees just said, they just threw the whistle out for the New York Knicks. They started calling for Charlotte Hornet, but Charlotte Hornet, well, they couldn't buy a basket in the last 3 to 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, and they looked like the New York Knicks, which is surprising because Charlotte Hornet has been on a little tear. I mean, they still one of them teams that's in the play-in right now, and we play them one more time before the season is over. This win right here, I don't know if I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. It really don't help us out more than it helped the Atlanta Hawks out. Charlotte Hornet had leapfrog over the Hawks. The Hawks beat us, and we beat the Hornets. So that just put the Hawks probably right back over the Hornets. I ain't even checked that out before. I just was thinking, it just popped in my head right now. But the Knicks played a real good game, and it makes you wonder why we can't play like this every night. For one, Julius Randle wasn't on the court. I'm not going to say we don't need Julius Randle, because I'd be lying to myself. You know, so I'd be lying to y'all. We need Julius Randle. We just need Julius Randle to be a more composed player, a more composed person. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he's playing, his attitude, it have to go out into the streets. You know what I'm saying? It just can't be on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe there's something going on in the household, and that's a disclaimer. Don't take nothing that I said right now about Julius Randle and his marriage or whatever, his life, to the stone. I'm just guessing, but it's something wrong, because Julius Randle play a good game when he's not at the Garden. I don't know. Maybe he can't handle the bright lights of the New York City, of the Broadway. I don't know. Or it's just something that's going on at home. Once he get home, arguing, it comes into practice, coming to the game. He know when the game is over, he got to go home to that bullshit. Now, like I said again, that's for a disclaimer. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.